Hello YouTube, my name is Darren and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. I'm going to show you a few MIDI controllers that are there on the market and where you can go to ask for some help or actually do some research on what MIDI controllers are working for your software-defined radio, particularly the Thetis software using the Anon software-defined radios. You may ask yourself, why would I need a MIDI controller? To have quick access to your common controls that you use in Thetis, and also for having that cool factor of having a lighted MIDI controller in your shack, and perhaps a conversational piece when you have hams come over to take a look at your station. Welcome to my desktop. Let's just take a look at some few MIDI controllers that are out there and some ham operators that use them. So if you have a question, go to the Apache Labs website and go to the community page. This is the forums, and I'll just do a type of search for like MIDI controllers or Midi, and you come up with a lot of topics, a lot of responses and some issues. Maybe you can read over them before you actually make a purchase. And Rich, let's take a look at this one here coming up. Rich, he does a lot of updates to the application of Thetis. And in his change log, this is an older version of Thetis, so it continuously always being updated with new revisions and new options. But here, he fixed the DJ MIDI controller. So it's the Hercules DJ Control Starlight MIDI. So that's kind of popular among the ham community that uses them. So I believe this Starlight is a replacement of the now discontinued Hercules DJ compact controller. I had one before. I never installed it. I bought it used, and then I end up selling it. So I sold it for $118 back then. This was in July 14th, 2023 of last year. So this is some pictures of it here. It's a USB device and it's powered by USB. It's nice and small and compact. And it's very easy to put labels on those buttons and knobs and sliders. So let's take a look at Ernest. His call sign is OE3IDE. And I saw his setup. I think it's here it is. So he is using that Hercules DJ compact controller, and see how he has it labeled here: noise blanker 1, noise reduction 2. He has his buttons labeled. He can tune, C-tune, monitor, and his transmission is right here, transmit. He can actually transmit off of his MIDI controller, so that's pretty cool. All right, so here is a another YouTuber. His name is Steve K1GMM. So this is his YouTube page. What he's using here is the Corg Midi. So you can watch his video. Just go to his website on YouTube, K1GMM Green Mountain Maniac. and he has a video of his presentation of his MIDI controllers and how he sets his up. And here are some pricing. If you go to Amazon, this is what Steve is using, and it's on sale actually, and it's priced at $143 US. All right, and here is the updated version of the Hercules DJ Control Starlight, which is now being supported with Thetis operating software for the Anon, and that price is $94. And here's the one. This is a Newmark DJ 2Go 2 Touch. All right, enough of this. Let's go and let's take a look at my setup. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is my desktop, and here I'm showing you my Behringer CMD MIDI controller. Now this model is already discontinued, so I bought this one used. Matter of fact, I saw it on eBay and I went ahead and snagged it. So it's working. It's pretty cool. When I first set it up or connected the USB, it was already working, so we had to do a little bit of tweaking to customize it to what I wanted to do. So looking at this here button in the middle where the sync, I just push it. That actually turns on my software, or not software, it actually turns on the Anon 200D. Let me hear if there's a audio. Yeah, okay, I just unmuted. I'm just using my mouse to mute it, so we don't need to listen right now. We're on 20 meters. So let's start from the left-hand side. So we have an RF gain. So this is the RF gain that if you look on the Thetis, you can see it move. The RF gain is the AGC gain. Okay. Now there's no way for me to put it back into automatic, so I have to use my mouse and click on the slider here and then do a right mouse click, and you see how it went green? So that's how that works. And then on the upper knob here, it's the VFO. I can only control one VFO. That's how I have it set up. So it's actually VFO A. So when I move this wheel, this jog wheel, it moves the frequency. My cursor there on Thetis, right? Now, down at the bottom here, we have band. This is how I change band. So if I go to the minus, that's the move it from 20 meter band to 30 meter band, 40, and so forth. So, and then the right button is the plus, and that increases it to 30, 20, 17, and so forth. I'm going to go back to a 20 meter band. If I want to tune, I have a tune button. It's right here, and I'll push tune. The antenna tuner is tuning up. There it is, 1.07, and then push it again, and it untunes it. When I meant to untunes it, it turns off your tuning. And here's the monitor button here. You know, that's common sense. You know, as you transmit, you push this, and then you can actually hear yourself. And if you look on the upper left monitor, monitor, the MON, it's lit up. And I can just toggle that off. And Vox, that's voice operated control there. Push that, enables the Vox, then push it again, it disables it. And we have on the top, that's the tuning steps up and down. So it's basically up here on the Thetis, you have your minus and the plus buttons. You click minus 500 hertz steps, 250 hertz increments, 100 hertz. That's that control here. So minus brings it, actually 1 brings it up. I don't have a minus and plus, so brings it up. That's 500 hertz, 1 kilohertz, and then I do the minus button and 500, 250, and 100 hertz. I like to keep in mind at 1000 kilohertz. Okay, on the top we have the RIT, receive increment tuning. So I push this. And now down here in the bottom left, RIT, it's lit up. And I can control that with this wheel right here. See, you see the values, minus 40, 0, and then positive 60, 100, and moving it. So that moves the RIT. So I want to set it to 0. 0 and turn it back off. Right, the AGC mode. It's this slide wheel. Oh, slider, fader. All right, so it's this area here, AGC mode. Like on the drop down on the Thetis, if you look at Thetis, you got fixed, long, slow, medium, fast, and then custom. So that lever will change it. So there's long, fix, and that's it. I'm moving it up, long, slow, medium, fast, custom. Okay. Now, the button called QA, that's my VFO swap. So current VFO A is at 14.273. If I were to push it, swap it, it's taking VFO B and putting it in my active VFO A. See? All right, moving to the top. Drive level. That controls my drive. If you look on the left of Thetis, you can see my drive. You see it there? It's moving. And then we got the left and right buttons here. Those left and right buttons are the mode of operations, like lower sideband, upper sideband, double sideband. By pushing that, you take a look. That's lower, upper, double sideband, CWL, CWU. And that's how that works. We'll come back to the transmit filter low. That's what you see there. We'll come back to that. And the VOX, that's your Vox gain. Look at the slider there on the bottom. You see that slider at VOX? I can adjust that with this slider. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Okay. And let's go back to the top right. We have Pure Signal Auto, where the load B button's at. So what I do is I push this. Pure Signal now is disengaged. And then Pure Signals, it's re-engaged. Just like that. All right, so we got RX1 filter plus, RX1 filter minus. Those are these down here. your bandwidth. Right now we're at 3K, and if I'm going to do the filter plus, it increases it to 3.3, and then 4K, 5K, and then if I do the minus, and it goes backwards, back to 3K. And the fader there, it's called squelch. So look at the left, that adjusts my squelch level. All right, we talked about powering up the it's the power button there. It's sync button actually. And the automatic noise filter, or automatic notch filter. You push that and it enables the notch filter, and then push it again and it disables it. And it's down here on the bottom left area. Enabled, disabled. And that's good for when someone's tuning up on near your frequency. You hear the tone and you leave it on like this, automatic notch filter, and it filters that out. So this one, the play and pause button, that's my noise blanker 1. It's only noise blanker 1. It doesn't enable noise blanker 2. You see? To enable noise blanker 2, I got to use my mouse and click on it, that button. So it's only for noise blanker 1. Enable, disable. Here's your noise reduction 2, the Q button. Noise reduction 2, on and off. On and off. So there is no noise reduction 1 button. If I want to use noise reduction 1, NR1, just push it. Push it again, it goes NR2. Push it again, it disables it. Well, if I want to record live audio, I use this button here, and that records. And then to play back, it's this button here to play back. And you'll actually play back what you just recorded live on the air. So this here, this fader control, this is my zoom. So I can zoom in on a particular frequency and move over to the right a little bit. Or I can zoom out. There's a station here. And then I can zoom in. Okay. I'm going to turn on the audio. Very weak. And zoom back out. Someone's there.
Yeah, I think I heard it there. Yeah, I didn't hear Jay in there. Maybe he's in there, and I just didn't hear him. Let me see.
So I can zoom in and actually see what his bandwidth is. That's cool information there, or cool. Nice to have. Alright, I want to mute it again. And now let's talk about this jog wheel here. This is my transmit filter high, and we're going to go back to the center button, or the center wheel here, this one right here, this knob, transmit filter low. Transmit filter low, if you look here, my transmit profile, I got it to 50. To adjust that, I'm going to turn this knob here. It goes to 100, increments of 50. So now that's going to be, it's cutting my low frequency. Now it's going to be in the higher frequencies. So if I want some bass, I'll bring it down to 50. Now the transmit high, hang on, the dog's here, it's barking. The transmit high, that controls my transmit bandwidth. So if I turn this knob here, you see how my transmit bandwidth is widening, okay? All right, so let me go slightly off frequency from that person. Let's go over here. I'm going to tune pretty good. And we're going to give you some sound. There's the audio. I'm going to increase the audio so you guys can hear it better. and I'm going to transmit. And okay, let's see. I'm going to go center this real quick. We're going to go 10 kilohertz wide. There's 10 kilohertz wide. I'm currently in a 4K. There's my 4K bandwidth. Remember, this is 10 kilohertz wide here. That's my receiving. I'm going to transmit now. Okay, that's 4 kilohertz wide. N4 VFR testing. And we're going to, on the fly, we're going to increase the transmit bandwidth. You can take a look at that. It's widening now. And for VFR, just testing. We're just testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And for VFR. Keyed. So that's about 10 kilohertz wide, I think. Here's 8. There's 10. That's 10 kilohertz wide. And for VFR, we are testing demonstration, making a video. Now we exceeded 10. Now we're going even wider. And for VFR, test complete. I'm only putting out 5 watts of power. So we've exceeded what my receiving of 10 kilohertz. So going back to 4 kilohertz wide, that's the difference here. That's 4 kilohertz. I transmitted on the fly way out here. So I want to bring it back. Or I didn't have to look at that. I could just look at this here to see where I was. You see that numbers, how it increased? Oh yeah, we were way out here, maybe like 15. Well, there's 20 kilohertz. That's the max I can do, 20 kilohertz wide. And this is 20 kilohertz wide. This is what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And for VFR test complete. 200 kilohertz wide. All right, so now I can see it. I'm bringing it back down to 4,100. Move this mouse out the way. I normally operate at 4,100. There you go. This is where I normally operate. And then either 50 on the low or 70. So since that's in increments of 50, I have to manually, can I manually do it? Yeah, I manually click up and down. But 50 is okay. Okay, so that demonstrates how a Midi controller can be so cool in your shack, and especially when you're operating at night. I like to have this like darkened ship night. You got the Midi controller glows. I got this dancing LED here in front of me, and I got some colored red lights or blue lights and LED lights over here. So that's my working condition. So this is what it looks like when I'm operating. Looking straight ahead, my 34-inch monitor, and then I got the controls of the Anon 200D Mercury Lux, and I got the HF Auto. Over here I got my Focusrite, and to the left, if I'm live streaming, I got my OBS right there, and I have another MacBook Pro here. That's my laptop. Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. I enjoy making these videos for you guys. I hope I give you guys some insight of what a Midi controller can do with a software-defined radio. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider to click on that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. My name is Darren, and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. Thank you for watching. Until next video, 73s, and have a great day.